HGHGHG1. Wow, it's been a long time since I've said that. I apologize, I haven't been uploading videos at all for literally forever. I just haven't been feeling motivated to make videos, and I'm always saying, oh, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna make more videos, blah 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 blah, but I promise I'm going to actually try to this time. Now, summer's already halfway over, but enough talking about like these excuses. I want to talk about what I'm building. So I decided to get into Sims like 4 speed builds, and so I decided to build a tiny house. And if you guys don't know what tiny houses are, I guess they're pretty self-explanatory. They're small houses that are starting to get more common in the real world. So here, I had a little bit of issues with the roofing. I went on Google and I looked up tiny houses, and I got inspiration from this one house that I absolutely love the outside of. So I'm basically like not exactly copying like 100%, but I'm getting a lot of inspiration from that house I found on Google. But of course I had no idea what it looked like on the inside. So the inside is 100% my imagination and trying to make things like work. So here I am trying to pick out windows and stuff, and windows have always been like my greatest issue with building Sims houses. I don't know why, but windows, they just confuse me. And then you have to, when you're building like the inside, sometimes windows just don't look like, they're not in a location that you want them to be in, but they look good on the outside, but on the inside, how you want to furnish your house, the windows just get in the way, and I don't know. So here I am playing around with different types of windows and window pots and plants and all of that, and I thought I was liking how this was looking, and then I kind of decided, or did I? No. I think I stick to these windows. Do I? I don't even remember. So here we are adding some stairs to the deck. One thing I don't like is that the stairs don't really match the color of the deck. I wish I could have made them like that wooden, I can't speak, that wooden kind of material, but you know. I decided to make the yard for this very minimalistic, just adding a couple of trees. So if your sim likes barbecuing or whatever, you can always add that, or easels outside. It's a very small house. I think it comes to around 20,000 simoleons. So technically a single sim can't buy this house when you're starting off, but I'm sorry, it's more of a pricier house considering it's so small, but you know, I don't know. I'm sorry about that. And here I was having issues like trying to figure out what I wanted the kitchen to be like. I knew the kitchen had to be small, and this just looked way too big, and I needed room to have a little living room area, a dining area, a bedroom, and a bathroom. So I decided to like very minimalistically like remove most of the counters, just make this tiny little kitchen, and yeah, and everything worked out great in the end, I believe. And as you can see, I actually ended up forgetting to put a fridge there, and I moved the windows around a bit, and yeah. And I added windows on the other side of the house because, yeah. And I realized that I never actually added windows onto the back, but I think that's, you know, that's alright. And, yeah. Also, by the way, my 6-year anniversary on YouTube was actually on the 27th, I believe. I usually make videos celebrating it, but I just felt like I didn't deserve a celebration since this year has been very dead and I haven't been uploading videos often. So I just kind of like let that, you know, slide by. But yeah, thank you guys for 6 years, and that's all I gotta say about that. So yeah, I'm working on the flooring. I believe I stick to that kind of flooring. And this is where I was having issues with the bathroom. The bathroom is going to be in that corner right over there, and I just didn't know how I wanted it to work out. I found this bath and I really liked that bath, but I ended up not putting it there, and then I have issues with the bedroom. I really wanted this to be a like 2-sim household, but it just doesn't turn into like that. I really wanted like a full size, you know, 2-person bed. Just no. And I've recently been watching Sims building like videos, which have helped me a lot with this. And there we go, adding that fridge that I completely forgot. Oops. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with the cabinet, so I ended up keeping that one cabinet there, I believe. Do I remove it, actually? Do I keep it removed? Okay, yeah, I actually removed that cabinet. And here we are, coming to a more definite idea of what I want the bathroom to be like. And then make this, like, little, like, sideways wall. I don't know how to describe that. But, and no worries, the fridge does not get in the way of using that door or using the sink or anything. I actually, while building this house, I paused and I added a sim in there, and I just made sure that all the furniture worked. The only issue that I seem to have run into is that when your sims are cooking, they use the counter that's beneath the sink for some reason. So they cook on the sink instead of on that little counter space. I don't know why. It didn't really cause any issues because they can still make food successfully, and then they can still use the sink after. I think the only issue to run into is if a sim wanted to cook and another sim wanted to clean dishes. But since this is a single sim household, you know, you don't really have to worry about that. And if you guys want to expand this house a little bit just to make room for, you know, another bed or make it a full-size bed, go right ahead. There's plenty of yard space. But I really wanted to just stick to this size of house since it is a tiny house. So it has to be pretty, you know, small. And here I am playing around with the beds. I finally found a bed that I like. So yeah, I had to get over the idea of making this, you know, a more than one sim house. And I didn't really know what to do for the living room, but I ended up finding a good solution that you guys shall see. Yeah, I really like how this house turned out. It's super cozy, and I used the lighter colored kind of walls to just make it seem bigger, because I don't know if you guys realize this, or I don't know, I'm gonna sound like I'm trying to teach people, but I'm really not. I don't know how, okay, I can't speak. What I'm trying to say is that if you didn't know, white walls make areas look bigger, where dark colored walls makes areas look smaller. And so since this is a tiny house, I decided to go for bigger walls, so it just made the area seem more open. Did I say bigger walls? I mean lighter walls, to make the area seem more open and give the illusion that this house is bigger than it really is. As you see, I play around with this darker kind of color, and then I was like, no, I want lighter walls, and I didn't really know what kind of walls I wanted, so I just, you know, played around with them, and I eventually found something I was sort of happy with. Yeah. I added that little half wall, kind of making a little kind of bedroom area without actually segregating it off from the rest of the house. I had to do with the bathroom, because you wouldn't want a half wall for a bathroom. And I did use a cheat to make that little TV bigger, but then I didn't like it bigger, so I made it small again and just added some plants and decorations over there. And I don't add much wall decoration to this house at all. I think I add like 3 things on the walls. So that's where you guys, if you download this house, you can just go and add more little decorations and stuff. And here I am working on the lighting situation. And basically I add a cork board, and later on I'm going to be adding a picture of a map by the bedroom. And many people who buy tiny homes are kind of like, they like nature and they like exploring and blah 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 blah. And they rather spend more time outside than in their house. So I kind of was getting that inspiration from people who actually buy tiny houses. And yeah, this is going to be coming to an end in a couple of minutes or so. So yeah, as you can see, the house is like, I keep saying as you can see, finally I'm adding that little map or whatever, and a sunflower painting to match the sunflowers outside on the porch. And yeah, I'm not used to talking this long for this much, you know. I'm not very good at these kind of voiceover type things. It's my first time actually doing it. But if you like this kind of video, leave a thumbs up, and yeah, I'll definitely be doing more of these because it's super fun getting into building. And yeah, So I had this little carpet, and by the way, I tested that bookshelf. A-okay, and for some reason there's a fruitcake outside. That bookshelf is completely accessible and all that, and here I am, and adding some foliage, and I forget what it's called. I'm painting the ground with texture, to make it seem more real and just put together. And I was having some issues with that oven hood, I believe they're called, and it could peek through the roof, so I just decided to add a chimney there to make it look more normal. And I don't really know how I feel about it, but I just didn't like that weird oven hood like peeking through the roof. So yeah, so basically I just add trees and stuff, make it more naturey, nothing too complicated for the landscaping. You can always add like a pool or something in the backyard or whatever. Just go crazy with whatever you want to do for this house. Yeah, so I hope you guys like this, and if you want to download it, you can find it under the hashtag tinyhouse on the Sims 4 gallery. I use things from the Outdoor Retreat set, the base game, and I believe Get to Work and Get Together, and here's some screenshots. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, rate, like, subscribe if you did. It's always appreciated, right? Oh, it's always appreciated. Bye, guys.